Hello, I'm Regina Coddington, and I wanted to share with you something that means a lot to me, something that really impacted me about 12 years ago, and it continues to be a theme in my conversations with Jesus, and it has to do with trusting God and how that affects our daily choices, and then how all of those choices lead to thankfulness. And so I want to start off by reading Psalm 37, 4 through 6. Commit your way to the Lord. Now, commit, if you look in the dictionary, it means to carry out, to pledge, to bind. So that really impacted me as I was rereading that today. It's telling us to bind, to pledge, to carry out our way to the Lord. Let's trust Him, and then He will act. He will bring forth your righteousness as the light and your justice as the noonday. That is just chock full of beautiful invitation and beautiful promises. That when we trust God, when we commit, we bind our way to the Lord, we can trust Him and He will act. Because God's way is perfect, and He has invited us to do life with Him, to follow as He goes, and we will not be disappointed when we do that. And 12 years ago, I heard a powerful message that I want to share with you, the key points, and it was titled Keys to Living a Frustrated Life. You heard me right. Keys to Living a Frustrated Life. And it was a couple hours long of some of the most revealing truth I have ever heard. But what I want to share, the core of it, is to live a frustrated life, you make goals outside of your control. I'm going to say that again. To live a frustrated life, you will make goals outside of your control. So we know that we can't control other people, and yet we find ourselves doing that. If so-and-so would just do the right thing, if so-and-so would just stop what they're doing, if so-and-so would say the right thing, I can have peace, I can do the right thing. But that is not how it works. We will live very frustrated, making our goals for the day, our week, our lives, if that is based on what other people are doing, and if they don't do them, because maybe they have different goals, or there's many reasons why, we will live truly frustrated, and we will miss out on what the Lord is trying to do. So I want to read this verse from Isaiah. You keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts you, God. Our minds can be in perfect peace when we trust God. Because as we just read, when we have committed our way to in the way of God, He acts. He shows up. God does not tell you something to do and wish you good luck with what He's asked you to do. No, because we are binding our way to God. So He's going that way. He's doing those things. So what He asks you to do, it is possible. It's not always easy, but we were made to do hard things, and we can trust God that He will show up because He cares and because He is trustworthy. Now, when we make those goals of what God is telling us to do, and we make it our goal to listen to Him, and that we can do what He is telling us to do, and we can rearrange our day, that we are committed to do what God is calling us to do, that we are committed no matter what anyone else says or does, that what is happening in our lives, our home, is based on what He is telling us. We don't have to look at what anyone else is doing. We don't have to make goals for what they are doing, because we are communing with God, and that we are able to do what He's asking us. And that's a really powerful truth, that you have been given the choice every day to choose your way or to choose to bind your way to God. And when we are walking with Him, He shows up. And that is what I have done and tried to do every day in my home. Ask God, what are you doing in my home and in me? What do I need to do? Now, God definitely has sent people to encourage me or to bless me and to help me. Sometimes God shows up by other people coming alongside of us. But we make our goals based on our trust in a perfect God who does everything and can do anything, because we know that what He tells us to do, we can do. Now, when that frustration has left our lives, that we are powerful to choose for our day, our week, our whole lives of how we are going to live, that frustration is lifted off. That is key, and that is huge. So, of course, what's going to happen when that frustration is lifted off of what our lives, our everyday life looks like? We get to Psalm 28:7. We are focusing on the Lord is my strength and my shield. In him my heart trusts, and I am helped. My heart exults, and with my song I give thanks to him. So when we commit our way to the Lord, we know that we can do what he's telling us. When we don't make goals that's outside of our control, but only what God is telling us to do for ourselves and our families, frustration leaves and our heart exalts God, and we will sing a new song of thanksgiving. And this is a great time as we start November, the month where we are focused on Thanksgiving. We can take a couple steps back, and if you are struggling finding the things to be thankful for, go back to choosing to trust God. Choose to give your life in every area, nothing left unturned, but giving it all to him and saying, I want every day to look like you want it to look, Jesus, even if it's not the way I thought it should look. When we choose him, we really will see the Lord guiding us and that frustration lifting off, and everything will feel like, and every day will feel like a new song of thanksgiving. I want to bless you today as you meet with the Lord and ask him what he is asking you to do and how he is leading you to in everyday choices in your life and in your home to have perfect peace and thanksgiving in your heart. Bless you.